Wayne Harris has had a look at them. Here he is with the late mail.
Colin Stevens handicap, I've marked them 6, 1, 5 and 3. Number 6 Dashing Away, lovely type of horse from the Bark Cummings stable, no weight in his back. I think he just peed on his run last up and running very good second at Rose Hill. If he can run the 2,400 metres here, I think he's going to be very, very hard to beat. Danger, I thought, will come from number 1 here, Bedouin. He's fitter for 3 runs back from a spell. He's got a little bit of quality about him, this bloke. He's got his share of weight, I know, but he's back here to his home track, and I think he's going to take some beating. I thought number 5 Navy Blue represented a bit of value here. He's racing without luck this preparation. You know he's going to run the trip out. I think he's got a good chance here. Number 3 Outlaws hasn't got a great record here at Randwick, but I think he's got a good chance going on his last start running the Newcastle Cup when he finished just behind the place getters. So I've marked him 6, 1, 5 and 3.
Okay, Randwick has had a bad week. Private Steer is off to the paddock. She had a very high temperature and she's going to miss the spring. But he's got Bedouin, might be able to make up for a disappointing week. He's with Joe McKinnon.
John, Bedouin, without winning, has been very competitive at the top level of late, and today he looks well placed in the Colin Stevens.
Yeah, look, he is, Joe. It's his 4th run in, and it's up to 1.5 miles, which is his favourite distance. So expect a good run from him today.
Well, he's been running into the likes of Lonhro and other more celebrated names, and he's raced very well against them.
Look, he's always performed well. He's a good, honest conveyance, and expect him to do the same thing today.
Tough sort of horse, isn't he? He's a bit of a bully in the races.
He is indeed. He's a big, gross horse, and he's like, I suppose you'd call him the Adrian Morley of horse racing.
Now, what about later today in the Niverson, the listed race for the mares? You've got 2 good chances in the race. We'll start off by talking about Only Glory.
Look, Only Glory comes into the race, with a couple of runs under her belt and back to her favourite track, and she has a favourite jockey on board today, so we expect her to run pretty well.
The Colin Stevens field is filling well. Ambulance winning the previous, the Stand Fox in very impressive style. Number 1, Rod Quinn beat 8 Classy Dane, 7 Hasner and 4 Skittles. Santissima took the 3rd, the 2nd Al Jamil, and Tycoon on the 1st. Now Navy Blue is coming up towards his posse. Damien Oliver riding Navy Blue for John Morrish. Navy Blue comes in. And the Colin Stevens will soon be off and running 2,400 metres. Starter going onto his stand. Still a strong westerly wind. They're off this time, and Far Was away pretty well. So was Feed the Meter. Roxinger improving, dashing away not far away. Bedouin wide out. Outlaws up there early as Far Was eases back. Bullaborg easy on his outside. Bulkhead going up on the rail. Then Pristine Partner. Second last in the field is Navy Blue, and 2 lengths to Quadri. Feed the Meter just the leader as they swing out of the straight. Second posse is Outlaws, and dashing away a horse off the rails. 3rd, and then comes Bedouin, followed by Roxinger on the fence, a length to Bullaborg easy, 3/4 to Bulkhead on the rails, 2.5 to Far Was a length, then to Pristine Partners, another 2 Navy Blue, and 3/4 a length Quadri. Working their way past the 1,700, Feed the Meter taken on by Bedouin, and as they head to the back of the track now, going past the 1,600, Feed the Meter wants to hold the lead. It's a half length on Bedouin, 2 Outlaws, and 3/4 to Roxinger, a length the favourite dashing away. Bulkhead racing on the inside of Bullaborg easy, and then Pristine Partners Far Was, 2 lengths to the veteran campaigner Quadri, and his girth on the outside Navy Blue. 10 lengths covers the field, and the Colin Stevens going down the back of the track and approaching the halfway at the 1,200, and Feed the Meter leads Bedouin. Roxinger 3rd, Outlaws 4th. Then comes dashing away on the outside of the Victorian Bulkhead, and a little worse than midfield Bullaborg easy from Pristine Partners, Far Was, Quadri, and Navy Blue still last as they come down the side of the track now. About 9:50 left to go. There's no change in the order. Feed the Meter from Bedouin, a half length in it. Bullaborg easy starting to make some ground around them from Roxinger, Outlaws. And Navy Blue endeavouring to pick up ground, the same as Far Was from dashing away Bulkhead. Or Navy Blue went back as quickly as it went up. Quadri and Pristine Partners amongst the tail enders as they come down past the 550. And Bullaborg easy, a clear leader from Bedouin, Outlaws, and then Feed the Meter. One further back, Roxinger dashing away Far Was. Was, Bulkhead, Navy Blue Quadri, and Absolute Pristine Partners. They're homeward bound in the Collins Stephen. And Bullaborg Easy taken on by Bedouin, and Outlaws quickly pounced on the pair. Roxinger on the rails and Tudor dashing away, and Far Was. Outlaws driven to a clear-cut lead by Beedman, and at the distance Outlaws race 2 dashing away. Far Was followed over on the inside by Bedouin. The leader is Outlaws. Far Was a length and a half away, but this is a big day so far for Woodlands, and it's Outlaws winning the Collins Stephen from Far Was. Dashing away third. Fourth home in the race was Bedouin, and then came Bulkhead, Navy Blue, Roxinger Feed, the meter Bullaborg Easy, and then Pristine Partners, and Absolute was Quadri. Oh, they're having a picnic today, Woodlands. A lovely, lovely day for Woodlands. They've won the last 3. Ambulance in the 4th and Santissima in the 3rd. And, well, will it be Lonhro in the next? Many think it will. Number 3 Outlaws, Darren Beedman for John Hawkes and the Inghams, taking out race number 5 this afternoon as we're awaiting all numbers. Far Was will be second, dashing away in 3rd position, and there they go, 3, 7 and 6. With number 1 officially 4th, and that was Bedouin. The winner by Brocco from Balmaressa. He appreciated the extra 100 metres today compared with the Newcastle Cup when he worked right to the line behind the Comforts, and Outlaws has been able to take it out by the margin of 3/4 of a length, a half a neck second and third. They've run 2:29.17. That's a pretty good gallop because Rising Fear, that wonderful old campaigner that Larry Pickering used to try and remember him, he holds the race record at 2:29.10. This bloke's only been 0.07 outside it and has scored comfortably, and the sectional 35.58. Now the Tote Divvies. Outlaws number 3, 7, 10 and 2.10. Number 7 paid $3.90. Far Was, and number 6 dashing away looked to have his chance. He paid $1.70. Quinella 48.40. Exacta 86.10. Trifecta 377.20. First 4 3761 1,272.50.
All right, Ian, and another one for John Hawkes. Gay Waterhouse had 3 winners at Rose Hill last Saturday, but it's Hawkes' day today. He's certainly been the trainer of the day. And as Ian said, there might be more to come. Lonhro in the next. Don't miss the George Main Stakes. Victoria Park Race 4 is coming out. Just to point out that number 8 Nicolapco was quite stirred up male.
Thanks, Matt. Number 6 on top here, Beach's Way. There's been a little bit of a drifter on course, but in saying that, so has everything in this race. Still remains the on-course favourite, Just, and he's a touch under the tote. Looked all right, comes into his own with this little bit of rain that we've had. I just think it's going to suit him just a touch better.
Number 5 for the ratings is the market. Lonhro, $1.50 is the quote, ahead of Defier and Grand Army. Let's have a look at them as they parade live at Randwick for the George Main Stakes, and we start with Lonhro number 1, the champion. He's had 27 starts, won 20 of them, and of those 20 wins, 19 have been listed or group wins. He loves Randwick, 7 wins from 9 at Randwick, and up to the 1600 he's won 4 out of 6 at the mile. Great looking racehorse Lonhro, always parades well. Another win could be coming up soon. Now, Defier, number 2, Lonhro's old foe. He's beaten him a few times. He ran on very well last time out in the Theo Marks, beaten a length and a half by Fiery Venture. He steps up to 1,600 metres today, so the extra trip suits him. Now here's Grand Army, number 3, trained by Gay Waterhouse at Randwick. Very promising horse. He's only had the 10 starts, 6 wins, 4 placings. He gets back up to the mile today. And as we said earlier, his only previous try at 1,600, he won the Doncaster there at Randwick. Big crowd looking at them too in the mounting yard. Good roll up at Randwick for George Main Stakes Day. There's Dress Circle, one of the roughies. First up, has been trialling okay, but doesn't really have the class as some of these other weight for age stars. But Dress Circle there to be ridden by Len Beasley. Here's Archivay, number 5, trained by David Reed at Wagga Wagga. It's his first go at 1,600, but he hits the line hard. He won the Cameron at Newcastle 10 days ago. It's also his first go at Group 1 level, so he's going to know he's been in a race after this one. when he gets in there amongst Lonhro, Defier and Grand Army. Platinum Scissors, a good horse. Looks like he's come back very well this time in. He's run 2 top races this preparation, just beaten in the Hill Stakes last week behind Accelerator, but he's just going to be that little bit fitter today. Platinum Scissors. And Half Hennessy, number 7, trained by Bede Murray at Kembla Grange. He's over that little setback that he had. He had a blood blister on one of his feet, but he is obviously completely over that if Bede's running him today. He's one of the horses being talked about in the big cups later in the year, the Caulfield and Melbourne Cups, Half Hennessy, but he's at $43. That's it. A look at the Weight for Age George Main Stakes. There's Lonhro. His prize money reads $3.6 million at this point in time. Now, Mornington, they're moving in for race 6. Favourite is Beach's Way, ahead of Damn Lucky and Peace Ruler. Here's Greg as they get set.
So the last 4 to move in, another Neptune Phoenix Strike and Sergio with Shadow. They're the 4 that we need to move in. Donny Brasco bolted for a few hundred metres on his way to the stalls. He's been past fit to start though. Best betting move on course clearly is for Beach's Way here. Danny Nicolic's ride. Won slow and heavy races at Maui and here at Mornington before running 4th at Lakeside. He'll set up on the pace. Should take some holding out from the inside gate. Good deal of pace in the race though. Sergio's a go forward horse too. Jury's Out led them when winning at Riccarton last time out in New Zealand, having his first start here. So there's Damn Lucky's one who likes to go up on the speed, so it could be run at quite a pace. Previous race taken out by Artistic Gem, stringing her form together now after wintering in Queensland where she won a couple of races. Quaddy numbers of 3 and 6, looking pretty healthy if you're alive so far. Set to run here, Beach's Way the inside. Ready now, racing, and a good start too. Beach's Way away pretty well towards the inside with Damn Lucky and Rumba Spirit. Up there is San Antonio's Apache and Jury's Out as they settle into stride now, and it's still a good battle for the lead. Sergio's not in that pack. He's about midfield, and up to the 1200 metres, San Antonio is going to the lead. San Antonio by about a length and a quarter to Jury's Out, who closes the gap and joins the front runners. Apache is 3rd, and Beach's Way now getting a good trail 4th on the inside as the Kiwi goes to the lead. Damn Lucky is back 5th, and there followed Rumba Spirit, Donny Brasco. A length further back is Sergio, 1 to Shadow, and then another Neptune, being followed by Peace Ruler and Phoenix Strike last of all. Jury's Out the leader by the 800 by a length and a half. San Antonio's 2nd, Beach's Way 3rd, the inside is Apache. Damn Lucky is 5th, and 1 further back is Donny Brasco, followed by Rumba Spirit, Phoenix Strike taking off round the outside, and then came Sergio, another Neptune as well back in company with Shadow, and Peace Ruler last in a very bunched field. Coming up to approach the home turn now. Oh, Jury's Out's been headed immediately. San Antonio goes to the lead. Right around the outside comes Phoenix Strike with a run around Donny Brasco. Zapachi's there. Shadow with the run as they swing the corner, and Beach's Way just off the leaders. San Antonio around the turn in front. Here's Shadow coming right up the middle of the track, and he sprinted brilliantly and went to the lead. Peace Ruler's coming home well on the outside, but it's Shadow racing away from them. Peace Ruler up to 2nd from Beach's Way, but Shadow is going to walk it in. Shadow won it easily. Length and a quarter. Beach's Way 2nd, ahead to Peace Ruler. And next Damn Lucky, followed by Sergio, San Antonio. And back behind those to finish in the race was Phoenix Strike, Donny Brasco, another Neptune's Apache, Rumba Spirit, and Jury's Out dropped out and ran last.
Shadow, number 12, ridden by Craig Newitt. Over Beach's Way, number 6, Dan Nicolic, and 4, Peace Ruler, Stephen Basta. 12.64. Race number 6 from Mornington. We will leave it there and focus on the big one at Randwick. It's the George Main Stakes coming up shortly. By the way, the Doomben first 4 in New South Wales, 4,256 the numbers, 1,189.60. Here's Bede Murray at Randwick, the trainer of Half Hennessy.
Well, Bede, you finally get Half Hennessy back to the races today. How's he progressed after his recent hoof injuries?
Joe, it's great to just see that we've got him back to the track. Naturally, he's missed a couple of runs, and but I don't think he's lost a lot of condition, and we'll get a few answers today. But hopefully, he may be still on track for the Metropolitan.
You've put bar shoes on him?
Yes, he's had half bar shoes fitted to both front feet. He's responded well to the treatment, the infected corns he had, and I think we're right on top of them now, and he's walking well and working well, so hopefully he gets through today's race well.
You've described him as a soft-souled horse, which makes him prone to those sort of problems. How have you overcome those in terms of maintaining his fitness, Bede?
Well, he done a lot of swimming. Swimming was always part of his training, and because of that we were able to swim him twice a day, and I think that's held his condition very well for us, and we'll get our answer today, just how much condition he's lost or whether he's held it well.
And he looks terrific today, but he always does. His strapper does a great job with him, always turns him out looking beautiful. He gets 10 out of 10 when it comes to looks. Lonhro. They're about to move in for the George Main. Here's Ian.
Okay, and as you cross, Lonhro moves into the stalls. Lonhro $1.60 and $1.30. Best back late has been Grand Army. So Lonhro $1.60, Grand Army best backed on track to beat him late. He's $4.90, and number 2 Defier second pick $4.60. Half Hennessy and Grand Army to come up. Previous race won by Outlaws. Number 3 Darren Beatman beat 7 Far Was, 6 Dashing Away, 1 Bedouin, Ambulance, Santissima, Al Jamil and Tycoon are the winners. Last 3 going to the Woodlands. They've got the favourite here, Lonhro. They're set now for the San Miguel George Main Stakes. Gates are back and they're off, and they jumped in a perfect manner. At the end of 150, Archave leads narrowly from Dress Circle. Third Platinum Scissors, Lonhro next. Followed wider out on the track by Grand Army. 2.5 Defier, a half length, a half Hennessy. Archave, the Cameron winner from Newcastle, leads the field as they go down to the 1200 marker. Archave, 2.5 lengths on Dress Circle. In third position, about 3/4 of a length away, Grand Army. Nearly 2 lengths then to Platinum Scissors. At his quarters on the outside, Lonhro. 1.5 Defier, and ahead the outside, half Hennessy. This is the order as they work their way out of the back straight and leave the 1,000 pole behind them, and Archave lopes along a length and 3/4 Dress Circle, 2 lengths to Grand Army, who's fighting Cassidy, and then Platinum Scissors. They're dawdling down the side, followed by Lonhro and a couple of lengths Defier, who's parked on the inside of half Hennessy. At the 700, still no variation. Archave, 3/4 Dress Circle, getting a little closer. A length and 3/4 to Grand Army, likewise moving forward, followed by Platinum Scissors. 1.5 then to Lonhro, followed by Defier, and half Hennessy brings up the rear. They're on the corner in the George Main, and Archave first to straighten up a half Dress Circle. A length to Grand Army, and here's Beedman making his run on Lonhro. Platinum Scissors, Defier and half Hennessy. Here is Lonhro sprinting very quickly after Grand Army, but Lonhro, all systems a go now, and Sydney's Thoroughbred Idol raced clear from Grand Army, and then Defier, but it's Lonhro's George Main Stakes. Second Grand Army, and third was Defier. Fourth Platinum Scissors from Archave, Dress Circle, and Absolute half Hennessy. Gee, the horse. He's a wonderful horse, isn't he? What a magnificent sight. Lonhro in full flight. As we're watching him now, I'm looking at the big screen infield. The magnificent black end tire by Octagonal from Sade. He's really picture perfect, isn't he? As the numbers flash up, 1, 3, 2 and 6.
All right, Ian, thank you. We'll leave it there. We'll go straight down to Joe McKinnon. He's a champ, Joe.
What a magnificent sight. Lonhro in full flight today, winning so impressively.
It's just a dream. He's an absolute dream horse. I just feel very emotional. Right at this minute, I'm thinking of Jack. And he just, how much he'd love to be here with us. Because he really loved that horse. But boy, what a horse. He's just some horse. I hope now they say he is a champion.
He's had his knockers, strangely enough, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, well, you all have your knockers. We've had ours for a long while.
Bob, what about the crowd behind this horse today? Like nothing I've seen before.
Fabulous, just absolutely fabulous.
Enjoy the moment,
Better
Bob.
go out and lead him in.
Good luck. An emotional Bob Ingham after Lonhro's brilliant win today in the Group 1 George Main Stakes, and Jack will be watching proudly from above, I'm sure, Matt.
Great story, it really is. Great horse, Lonhro. I think this is the best he's ever been this campaign. He's unbeaten this preparation. He won the Warwick Stakes first up, then he won the Chelmsford. Now he's won the George Main. And, gee, you just wonder who's going to beat him in the Cox Plate. Those overseas horses would have to be very good if they're going to worry him in the Cox Plate this year, Lonhro. They're talking up Paylini and In Time's Eye might be coming out for the Cox Plate. But Lonhro, he certainly is the horse to beat. So that's 21 wins now from 28 starts and a couple of minor placings. In terms of his, that's Norm James about to lead him back into the Randwick course manager there for the AJC. But yes, of those 21 wins, 7 have been at Group 1 level, and 20 of them have been either black type or group races. As for his prize money, it was 3.6 million prior to today. The race first prize money was 227, so he's nudging $4 million. And Darren Beedman loves him. He's had a few riders over the years, Lonhro, but of course his regular partner is Darren Beedman. The crowd love him, as Joe said, and you just wonder if he's pulled a few thousand in the gate himself, Lonhro. I'm sure quite a few people have just come to have a look at Lonhro, this great horse who has a huge following here in Sydney. Look out Melbourne, is all us Sydney-siders can say. A Melbourne horse hasn't won the Cox Plate for over 10 years. I think you'll be denied another one, the Victorians, because Lonhro's coming. Look out Melbourne. And Lonhro returns to a great reception in Sydney. Now, Unitab dividends, we were looking for those. We've got them now. $1.50, $1.10 Lonhro, $2.30 Grand Army, no third Defier, $3.10 Quinella, and the trifecta $8.20. Darren Beedman enjoying every moment of this as he returns on Lonhro after the George Main. Group 1 win number 7. But there could be more to come. Who knows, by the end of the spring, he might even get close to 10. Got the Caulfield Stakes for him. We've got the McKinnon possibly after the Cox Plate. So that could make it 10 Group 1 wins overall. We'll try and have a chat with Darren. But what about...
But I didn't think the horse had that much of an explosion. And the roar from the crowd.
1,200 metre mark.
Serious?
Yeah.
And what about the roar from the crowd? Can you hear that as you're going past?
No, too focused up.
I bet the Cox Plate can't come soon enough now, Darren.
No, he said today I just give him a nice gallop without hurting him, but I really let him have a bit of a stretch so he can have a good blowout, and he had the right ground to do it on today, and he's had a good foundation, and so he can afford to have a little bit of a gallop today.
You punched the air with a little bit of defiance as you went over the line today.
Yeah, there's plenty of knockers around for him, and I guess they'd boo Santa Claus, those people, but it was just, you know, he's a champion, this bloke. He's something special.
He sure is, Matthew Browning. Well summed up by Darren, his comments there. He's so proud of this horse's achievements.
Yeah, I just wonder if Darren's a bit emotional too, remembering Jack Ingham. And I know that Darren's well aware of just how much time Jack had for this horse. He loved him, Lonhro. And so, yes, I think Darren is feeling that emotion there this afternoon. All right.
Aiton on top here. Look, he's had 4 runs back, and I think conditions suit here perfectly. He's drawn nicely, and I expect him to get every conceivable chance during the running of this event. I've also put in number 4, Oamaru Storm. It's all working around the general Booth form. I thought he was very unlucky. He pushed forward. A horse went round him. He was then back in behind him. Getting to the corner was held up quite dramatically and just didn't suit him. He's not a quick sprint horse, pick up and sprint horse. He's a horse that needs to be just improving or rolling evenly. I think he'll go better today. 13, Legible. Looks pretty tight, firm and very fit. Thought he was disappointing in the stocks, however. We've got to respect his chances. He's a very good horse when he's on song and should get a nice run too. And I'm anticipating him to be in the first 6. And also, little bit of value, number 11, Big Pat. Showed signs last start in particular at Bairnsdale, getting home very strongly over the concluding stages and shapes very well in the mounting enclosure here. So let's hope Big Pat can get somewhere to what we're used to seeing of a horse like him. Good galloper on his day, and the soft conditions do suit. 10 ahead of 4, 13 and 11. And on course, Matt, it is open as anything because the favourite on course at the moment is Legible. Outside of that, you're getting a lot of value indeed.
All right, interesting news there, Alf. Thank you. The Lions are killing them too in the AFL. Collingwood are really going to have to find something. We've got the Bulldogs and the Roosters tonight in the Rugby League. It's a great weekend of sport. Race 7 at Randwick in 14 minutes. Stowaway, Fiery Venture, Oscar Warrior and Zabara, 5, 1, 3 and 2. I don't think he's a fan of the NRL, Alfie. The Bill Ritchie handicaps at Randwick. Fiery Venture, $4.40 from the Gay Waterhouse stable. Gay's had quite a few placings today in the big races, but they haven't been able to win one yet. Through the rest, Zabara's given a chance there. A couple at $10 and $11. And here's Forum Floozy, well fancied. Number 9, $3.20. Who did it? Number 10 in commission 2. Let's have a look at these runners.
And Classic Benbara now. Prince Benbara with a white cap and white blinkers, and the red cap being worn by Classic Benbara's rider Rowan Weymouth. Storm Edition is ready. 13 to run in this, the main race of the day at Mornington. Oamaru Storm to come in. Solid favourite Legible on the Cup's path. Storm Edition right, so Pentire coming up to complete the lineup now. Just about ready to go. Bought in 2,000, Touch of the Blarney getting edge in attendance in there. They're set. Legible standing well. At 10 getting a little upset. They're away. At 10 jump well. Legible also jump well. In the early stages, Oamaru Storm goes on, and just behind them, Big Pat's going to drift back. Storm Edition's on the improve. Down to the judge they go. Oamaru Storm finding the lead, but will have to do a little bit of work being caught 4 wide. Around Flying Chance at 10, and Legible just easing back into 4th placing, leaving the straight now. Touch of the Blarney, 5th on the inside, followed by Storm Edition. A length and a half, Tomorrow's Party outside the Big Ask, and 2.5 lengths away, Big Pat, being followed Prince Benbara. Another length and a quarter then to Classic Benbara, McHale and Serpentine. Last of all, Oamaru Storm is setting a pretty solid tempo near the 1400. Out by 2 lengths at 10. Flying Chance a length away 3rd. A length Touch of the Blarney. Legible with a perfect trail. 5th on the outside within 5 of the leader. 2 lengths Storm Edition, followed by the Big Ask. About a length and a half away, Tomorrow's Party, and then came Prince Benbara. A length to Big Pat, a length to McHale, followed then by Classic Benbara and Serpentire about 12 from the leader. Oamaru Storm has steadied the pace a little, and by the 1,000 metres has about 2 or 3 lengths on Flying Chance at 10, and there's Tomorrow's Party. Will ensure it keeps on going this pace and moved up and took the lead now. Further back is McHale going up into 5th on the outside of Legible, and 2.5 behind these is Touch of the Blarney, Storm Edition, and they were followed further back by the Big Ask, and then Big Pat, followed by Prince Benbara, and then Serpentire, and Classic Benbara is now last of all. Oamaru Storm at the 550 leads by 2 lengths. Tomorrow's Party. Now Nicolix Stokes up the favourite, and Legible comes with a dash, and she joins the leaders. They're followed by Flying Chance at 10 the inside. Big Pat is taking off around the outside with his run, and then came Prince Benbara and the Big Ask, but Legible went for home well before the turn, and the favourite leads by 3 lengths around the bend. It's Legible in front now from Oamaru Storm at 10. Down the outside is Prince Benbara from Flying Chance, but it's all Legible. She's 3 lengths in front. She went early. Prince Benbara is trying to peg her back, but she's too good. Legible beats Prince Benbara by 1 1/4. 3rd is Flying Chance, a similar margin away. And then came Classic Benbara from last from Storm Edition. Tomorrow's Party at 10. Touch of the Blarney, Oamaru Storm, Big Pat, trailed by the Big Ask, and then Serpentire. And well, everything's going wrong for Collingwood today. McHale, the jockey's lost his irons. The saddle has moved on it, and it's run last.
Legible number 13, ridden by Dan Nicolic, trained by Brad Mazzone.